Well, we're here to support Jefferson Parish with their Youth Wellness Rally and also to release some of our preliminary findings related to our Act 256 report.
So tell me a little bit about those findings in your study.
Okay, great. Well, last year we partnered with 18 districts and about 300 schools to help them administer the fitness assessment to over 100,000 students. And so after they uploaded their data, we analyzed that, and we on September 1st we submitted a report to the legislature that explained some of our preliminary results. Mainly what we found out with BMI is that Louisiana's children continue to be unhealthy. We have about 22% of them that are in the obese category, and about a little less than half of them have an unhealthy BMI. Now, in addition to the body mass index, which is kind of a measure of your height and weight, and it's a predictor of whether you are have an unhealthy body weight or a healthy body weight, we also did fitness assessments on 5 different subtests, and what those found were that children are not physically fit. Now, these subtests and these fitness standards aren't designed to find the next Shaquille O'Neal or Drew Brees or Darren Sproles, but it's designed to find minimum fitness standards, so just basic fitness things that kids should be able to do, and they're not physically fit. For example, the PACER subtest, which is a cardiovascular running test, showed only about 1/3 of students were physically fit. In addition to just looking at the fitness assessment results and the BMI, we also wanted to correlate those with academic outcomes, similar to a study that we did last year. This was just with a much larger sample. And what we found is that there continues to be a link between health and academics. Students with a healthy BMI tend to score better on the LEAP and iLEAP tests than students with an obese BMI, and this was statistically significant. And this mirrors, like I said, results that we got last year in Louisiana, but also studies that have been done in Texas on 2.5 million children, and also out in California. And so we're really concerned about health, but we're also concerned about the impact that health has on academic outcomes.
Obesity in the United States since 1980 has just skyrocketed, and whereas children, we used to only have about 10% of the children that would wind up being obese. In the 50s and 60s and 70s, we're now up to about 22% of the children. Our latest data is showing that, and that is still, and in most foreign countries we see that those children are actually still at about 10 to 14%. And so the United States is just shot ahead of most of the industrialized world with childhood obesity, and we feel like that it is something that can lead to major state health problems, and particularly issues with chronic conditions like diabetes and asthma and all other problems, other kinds of problems that are associated with overweight. That includes high blood pressure, high blood lipids, and for the first time, we're starting to see increased numbers of children with type 2 diabetes.
Obesity is such a huge problem here in Louisiana. We're the fourth worst state in the nation for our obesity rates. And our pediatricians tell us they see diseases now in kids that they used to just see in adults. So type 2 diabetes used to be called adult diabetes. It is now found in children. We find high blood pressure in kids. And all of that is related to high obesity rates, lack of exercise, and a lot of the foods that we eat. And I think we all know that if you're seeing those kinds of illnesses now, we're not sure what that means when those kids get to be 30 and 40 years old, how their lifestyle is going to be impacted. So we want to start early. We want to figure out how to make it fun so that it's not just us telling folks what to do. How do you work with the schools and make it fun? And include the teachers too. We've been doing a lot of wellness programs for the teachers, doing health fairs, because they're so busy taking care of the kids, they don't take care of themselves all the time. So how do we get them excited about taking care of their own health too?
Today we're celebrating Youth Wellness Day here in Jefferson Parish. Healthy Lifestyle Choices has been a community partner with Jefferson Parish for years now. And we're excited to see now that families are becoming more involved in their children's health education and their fitness and wellness. And not only did we have great activities for the kids today, but we had a workshop for the families, and so we taught parents about how to get outside and play with their kids for 15 minutes a day, and that's all it takes, so that they can be active, they can develop stronger relationships with their children, they can be active themselves, because a lot of times parents don't make time for themselves to be outside, and everybody is just a win-win situation with being outside and playing.
Childhood obesity is a complex issue. It's not just a simple thing. If you change one thing, you're gonna fix it. It's a complex problem, and it's going to require a complex solution that's going to require the community to come together and address this. And so events like the Jefferson Youth Wellness Rally really serve to bring the community, families, teachers, other stakeholders that are interested to here and start talking about it and doing things with children.
Our school system has some great partnerships with Auctioner, Fuel Up to Play, HLC, LSU Ag Center, the New Orleans Hornets. It's just a wonderful group of people getting together to promote activity, nutrition, and really to get parents to get on board with it. So it's a great gathering of people, good physical educators, administrators who are supporting it, a superintendent who is pushing in this direction as well. So it's really a celebration, not just a good get-together.
We have 7 stations, and we also have a healthy snack station. We have LSU Ag Center, Rethink Your Drink. We have the Fuel Up to Play 60 station, where we combine the nutrition and physical activity components. And then we have a number of physical activity stations. We felt it was very important this year for our 3rd annual Youth Wellness Rally to model what it is we're talking to the kids about. The last 2 years, we trained the kids on the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, Empower Me for Life, and also Empower Me at School. And so the workshop was a leadership training, very intense, on how to go back to your school and make changes. But we felt that this year, with the Southern Obesity Summit being here in New Orleans starting tomorrow and teaming up with the Picard Center for State Student Health Day, that it was important this year for our students to be physically active and for us to all be modeling what we're talking to them about. So that's why this year, not only did we work as a team in our school district, but we expanded our community to a statewide level and then even to a district, Southern District level with the Obesity Summit. We felt it was very important this year that we have something for parents and teachers. We have the 15 minutes outside workshop for the parents and teachers, where they're going to be learning how to create their own story of play with their families. And their workshop is going to end 15 minutes early so that they can come out and connect with their children and create their own story of play in their 15 minutes outside, picking up with them at their stations wherever they are. So we're actually getting everyone to do what we're talking about instead of just seeing it and hearing about it. Everyone is actually doing, and we're all modeling the behaviors and skills that we're advocating.
Because I care about my health, to a great place.
Oh, the pledge is just a way to get kids to commit to something that is good for them and healthy for them, and also to empower them as well, because we want them to understand that they have the power to change not only their own behaviors in their own lives, but also the lives of their families and the communities, and eventually the whole state of Louisiana. It's also a very important thing we're doing today. Even Governor Bobby Jindal can see the importance, as he made today the State Student Health Day today. The pledge is just a way of getting kids engaged and understanding that they have the power to elicit some change.
What can families do to help their child have a healthier lifestyle?
I think the main thing that families can do to help their children is to just be a good role model. So that means that, you know, instead of you reaching for the soda, you might want to reach for a water bottle. Or if you know, you're wanting your children to play and be more active, well, you need to go out there and play with them, take a walk in the neighborhood, or even in your house, just exercise. We just had a little a little demonstration on, we watched a YouTube video and we danced to it. That's something that parents can do in their house, put a record on, just dance around with their kids. I think that's a great thing to do.
Health education is so important for our children. We need to make time for all of those areas for our children. Not only do they need academic knowledge, but they need social, emotional, and physical well-being knowledge as well. So it's really important that we integrate that into all parts of our life, including the school day.
We're eating healthier. We're doing everything we need to do. We have healthy lifestyle choices in our vending machines, in our cafeterias, everywhere on campus. Everything we're selling has got to be low fat, low sugar. Everything's on the up and up, and we're trying to get kids to run and work out 60 minutes a day as they're supposed to.
Being healthy is just a state of mind, and it's a behavior that everybody can incorporate into their life. It is not something that you need to make drastic steps, but just small goals. Set small goals for yourself, and everybody can live happier, longer lives.
Childhood has moved indoors, increased television time, screen time, and a decrease in physical activity. So the premise is to go outside more, both for parents and for children, to create memories together and to be active together.
The central role of parents to solving the problem gets to be really important, because everybody tends to be looking for a silver bullet, and is there a single answer, is there some pill, and so forth. And the tough part of that is that it's a very complex issue, and that it's going to require lots of people, and particularly parents. And parents can get involved in doing things like paying attention to the amount of screen time that children are spending. American Pediatric Society recommended children not spend any more than 2 hours screen time. That includes both computers and TVs. And but we're still seeing children's numbers get up around 5 hours a day on screen time, and they can work more. Parents can work more to encourage children's physical activity, getting out of the house and being active. And a lot of times now that has to be done as a family. That parents don't tend to just send children outside of the house and go play like they did during my generation. So it probably requires it to be a family activity. And then parents can pay attention to the nutritional aspects of the meals that they're serving at home, and paying more attention to serving children quality meals that are not high in empty calories and sugars, and paying attention particularly to drinks that are laden with sugar and so forth. So there are a lot of things that parents can do, which includes things that are as simple as sitting down and having family meals at dinner.